So you came to dance through knowing the Russells at PNB.
Kent Stoll.
Kent Stoll and Francia Russell.
Yes.
And you were their neighbor, and you came to dance that way. And yet you've maintained a really close relationship with the ballet, and then you've started to have a relationship with us. What is it about dance that strikes your fancy?
It's, I guess the dancers themselves, they have a different talent than what I'm used to in sort of the academic or scientific world. It's sort of real talent, you know. And dancing at that level, these professionals, they're so good. I mean, they do things that are incredible. They have body control that most people don't have, and they have the stamina that most people don't have also. I mean, they're really professional athletes. It's marvelous to watch them dance.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you some idea of the potential of a human body.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I like to go. It's really inspiring to watch them.
Is there something, as you've gotten to know dancers around town, that you've learned about them that you wouldn't have thought of before? And
I guess it's, a lot of them have very different backgrounds, but I guess the thing I didn't realize is that they've also lived in somewhat of a protective environment, because from the time they were small, they've been watched for their ability to do dance. So I guess the only thing that may be different about them in general, it's not true for all dancers, is that they probably are a little less sort of worldly. They don't have the problems that most of us have. They don't have to worry about a lot of these things because they're concerned with performing and getting the next dance, getting to the next ballet, and so they have other types of concerns that most people don't have.
Now you're kind of a behind-the-scenes guy, and you like to come to rehearsals a lot. What is it about rehearsals that you like?
Oh, it's easy. You're so close to the dancers. When they're on stage and you're 50 feet away, they make it look so easy. And they're covered by a costume, so you really can't see all their movements, you can't see their facial expressions. But when you're in the studio, when you're in rehearsal, and they're just there with their sweats on, you can tell how athletic they are, and what an effort it is. And how much air they've got to breathe on the side to keep performing. Because even a 1 minute burst of jumping, whatever that they do is very exhausting. I mean, most of us couldn't do it.
Now, am I right that I think 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago, one of the first times you came down the boards was when Julie Tobiasen was in Maureen Whiting's piece. I think you'd been earlier to that, but in that season.
I did come to that, yes.
Yeah, you were at that show. And I just remember that piece because it was kind of like the modern dance world and the ballet world. I wouldn't say collide, but they came together. My sense is that's starting to happen more and more. How do you think that those two communities, what do they have to offer one another?
I guess I think you're right. There's an evolution, and some of it may be expectations of the audience that the formal stylized ballet, the classical ballet, is I think most people think it's kind of an elite form of art, and it doesn't touch them because they want to see other types of movements, more like the typical dance, more like what normal people can do. And so a lot of people cannot relate to the classical ballet. I think it's sort of a higher art that doesn't touch a lot of people. So by incorporating other types of movements, especially making very unique movements, maybe throwing a little hip hop or something in, people can relate to that more, and they can can appreciate that type of dance a lot better. So I think that part of it is the audience is causing ballet to evolve toward more modern, and modern is more of what people do.